Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee. I don't usually do a video like this, but so many of you have asked me so many questions about my market stand and how I started it and how I buy things and how I price things. I'm going to show you my spice haul. Okay. My spices were probably $240. But I sell a lot of spices. Yes, I buy them wholesale. I do have a wholesale license. I've had a wholesale license for years. So I'm going to show you just how I buy them. I buy these from a restaurant supply. An online restaurant supply. I think I better move my camera, friends. Okay, that's better. An online restaurant supply. I have forever. They come packaged very well. This is everything bagel seasoning. Isn't that beautiful? This is a 5-pound container. And wholesale, this, you know what, I don't even know. Without my slip, I'm not sure. But all these spices together make up about $240. I'm tossing that on the floor. I'm going to show you these, and then I'll show you how I package them. And of course, when I price them, no matter where you go or what you're doing, wholesale spices are always about 100% markup. So they're doubled. This is taco seasoning. Yes, I make my own, but I cannot make enough to sell. And I sell a lot of this taco seasoning. And this is a 5-pound container. That might last me till spring. Maybe. It just depends. Usually when my customers that, go back south for the winter, they usually stop and stock up on spices and all kinds of stuff that they can. This isn't part of it. I got these Vital Wheat glutens because so many of you have asked me if we can do 100% whole wheat bread or whole grain bread without using any white flour, all wheat flour. Well, you can, but you won't get a very good rise in your bread. So I'm going to try this Vital Wheat gluten, and we're going to do it. I mean, it's the first time I've ever used it, so we'll be making whole wheat bread together. So I got that, but that came from Amazon. That great big container was $14, and it's 1.5 pounds. And the way you use wheat gluten or the Vital Wheat gluten is probably 1 to 2 tablespoons, which I'll probably just use 1 tablespoon per cup of your wheat flour. These are bay leaves. And these, I can't tell you it's covered up how much they weigh. They're probably 12 ounces. They're not very heavy. You seen these the other day. Yeah, I can't get that out of there. Oh, there we go, 12 ounces. 12 ounces of bay leaves. Aren't those gorgeous? I sell a lot of those too, friends. Lots and lots. And I'm going to slide those over here because I got lots of these. And they all come in these big containers. Here is this is my minced onion. And this is a 5-pound container. Most of these are the 5 pounds. I buy them bulk like that. You can buy them 25 pounds, but I don't sell that much. And this is my granulated onion. I don't sell a whole lot of onion. I had onion powder and garlic powder, and also my phone is ringing. Okay. Where was I at? The granulated onion. I was telling you about the onion powder and the garlic powder. I had 4 of them. Onion powder, garlic powder, the granulated onion, and the granulated garlic. Well, it wasn't even a month that my garlic powder and my onion powder was out in my market stand, and anybody knows it will last longer than that, but it got really hard. It just absorbed all the moisture out there. So, and my onion, granulated onion and garlic powder did just fine. So I quit buying the powders, and I have just buy the granulated. Wonderful stuff. And the only thing is, if you want to switch to the granulated, like if you're going to use 2 teaspoons of onion or garlic powder, you'd only use 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic. You know, it's easy to use. And this one is my turmeric. This stuff is fantastic, and I sell a lot of it. Not just for Indian cuisine. This has some serious health benefits for you. I take turmeric every day, twice a day, because of my arthritis, and it helps with inflammation. Wonderful stuff, wonderful stuff. And I've noticed since I've started taking it about a month ago that I move a lot easier than I did before. You know, when we get old, we sit down for a while, and then you get up and you're like, oh, I can't move. I'm stiff. Yeah, that's me. And this, I've been taking it, and it's wonderful. So I cook a lot with this. In fact, my yellow rice that I make has turmeric in it. Wonderful stuff. I got a whole boatload of spices. This is my fall supply. I just bought it early because I was running low. Let's see what this is. This is my Italian seasoning. I should have got 2 of these because I sell a lot of this. Every one of these I sell just a lot of, but I use a lot of this because of my pizzas. I love Italian seasoning. And that is a 3.5 pound. The turmeric, I need my glasses. Some people call it turmeric. I call it turmeric because that's just kind of how it's spelt. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but that's all right. It's a 5-pound container. All the others are 5-pound containers, but my crushed herbs, they're like between 1 and 3 pounds. Okay. Parsley flakes. Yes, I grow a lot of parsley, but nowhere near enough to sell. I'd have to have all my beds full of parsley. But this is nice stuff. And you know what I noticed the one time I put parsley in there? Look at how beautiful and green that is. And that is a 12-ounce container. I put parsley in there one time. I had it in the back, so I think people just overlooked it. They didn't see it. Well, I sold all of it. There was one that got shifted way to the back that it was hidden. And when I, started cleaning my shelves out, because in the spring I remove everything. And I mean, I'm always rotating, but I didn't see it. And it had lost its color. It looked like, yellow. I don't know. It just lost all its color. So parsley sits around too long, it will lose its color. But I do sell a lot of it. Let's see. I'm not screaming with that. We're just going to do this. And cut this. I'll clean that up in a minute. Okay, this is dill weed. Yes, I grow dill, but again, not enough that I could sell. This dill, that is a 24-ounce container of dill weed. Beautiful. And it's got, if you look on here, it's nice and big. So if, you can set it on your shelf. I mean, this stuff will last a long time. Some things you wouldn't want to order big amounts of, but others you could. This is chives. I love chives. I use chives a lot. And that is, again, that's only a 9-ounce container of chives. That's nice. I love this stuff. Not done yet, friends. We still got more to go. This is paprika. It's not the smoked paprika, not the fancy. It's just plain old paprika. I sell a lot of it. I had smoked paprika out there, And I don't know if people thought it was going to be hot or what, but I didn't sell much of it. So I just I goofed up. I bought smoked paprika. Well, I'll have to tell them. I'll have to write on the label that it's not hot. How you like that? Well, I wasn't thinking. I just wanted fancy plain paprika. But that's all right. I use that too. And no, I never buy spice, or I never buy little bottles of spice. I use my wholesale ones. Unless I'm going to use something that I don't sell or, you know, use a whole lot of, then I'll get a little container. Ground cumin. This stuff is I love ground cumin. And that is a 5-pound tub of ground cumin. That stuff is wonderful. Look at all my containers. These are the last two. Look at that enormous box that come in. I'll put all the plastic in there and Mr. will take care of that. Oh, thyme leaves. And this one is a 24-ounce container of thyme leaves. These are nice. I grow a lot of thyme too, but not enough to sell. And this one is basil leaves. Okay. This is a 1.5-pound container of basil leaves. These are nice. I love these things, friends. That's my spices that I ordered this time around. Okay? Beautiful. Now I do sell a lot of salt, pepper, and peppercorns, but I didn't have to order any of that this time because I order my salt in the 50-pound bag, and I buy the salt that's all-purpose and non-iodized because there's a lot of people around here that can, and you can with that salt as long as it's not iodized. You can also do a lot of fermenting with it. So I figured that was the best one to buy is, you know, not the table salt. So I buy that in 50-pound bags and I sell it like crazy. My pepper, I buy coarse ground pepper, and I also buy the peppercorns because some people have the grinders and they just need the peppercorns. But I didn't need to buy any of that this time. Anyway, friends, that's my load of spices. Okay? Now, if you give me a minute, check this out. Look at all these. These are gorgeous, friends. Absolutely. Look at that. This would be good in the prepper pantry, but you have to be able to use them because spices will lose they'll lose their quality over a period of time, but these won't last long enough to lose their quality. These are beautiful. Anyway, if you give me enough time to get my stuff put together, I will show you how I package these up and my labels and everything to do with that. So I'll see you back here in just a minute, friends.
What are we cooking today?
Spices. Look at all my spice order. Do you need some spices?
I will have to check my spices now. Cause
yeah, I'll load you right up.
Okay.
These are my YouTube friends.
Well, hello,
this
YouTube
is Kurt. You've seen him at the pizza party.
Yeah.
He's my neighbor. He's my sweetie. Yeah, look at I got everything back. I got all kinds of stuff.
You do?
Everything. This is my winter supply or my fall order.
Okay. I might have to let Kendall know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because she's been going through spices like crazy.
You know, it'll all be out in the market stand, but you just tell her to help herself.
Okay.
She don't got to pay for nothing. You're privileged.
Well, thank you.
There
I
you
gotta
go.
go cut this up and make beds. And
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I got less than an hour. I'm on a roll.
Okay.
Me sick of it.
Bye-bye, honey.
Goodbye. Thank you. I'll call you.
Okay. I'm still working at this, friends. My kitchen, I got a fly in here. My life is real life. You never know who's going to stop by. I also buy these bulk. I usually get these at Gordon Foods. But I don't remember. See, I got the small ones that I was working on. The small ones and the large ones. Come on, sweetie. What's the matter,
Can
hon?
you get
Come here.
Papa
Yep.
a pop?
Oh, we sure can. I'll show you something. Come here, honey. Come here. Come here. These guys haven't seen you in so long. Look at the camera. This is Alaric. Say hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
Will you tell them what you're helping Papa mow grass? Or are you working hard playing?
I'm just helping Papa.
You're helping Papa mow grass? You're a big boy and a sweetheart. Give me a hug.
Yeah.
And Papa wants a soda pop because he's hot.
Yeah.
Do you got something to drink?
Yeah.
You do?
It's
Oh, you know what, Alaric?
my drink is ready.
You got your drink there, but Papa's soda is out in the outdoor fridge. You'll see it when you open the fridge out there. You'll see it on the bottom. Tell Papa his drink is out there. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
I love my grandkids. They're just a riot. Okay, I'm not quite set up yet, but I got the pound-sized containers and I got the half-pound size containers. But of course, not all the spices are going to be a half pound in here. So let me get my labels. I've got my figuring here, my cost, my markup. Everything's all set so I can price them out accordingly, and I'll show you that. Okay, friends, these are my labels. They say the market stand with my address, and of course, my kitchen isn't licensed, so through my cottage law, I have to have on my label that it is made in a kitchen not inspected by the USDA, by the Michigan Department of Agriculture. Sorry about that. Every state, I think every state has their own cottage law. Our state, you can sell anything as long as it's not time or temperature sensitive. You know, meat, cheese, dairy, stuff like that. I can sell my eggs. That's okay. The only thing they say about my eggs is they recommend, because they don't regulate you on farm fresh eggs, they just recommend that you wash them before you sell them. I know a lot of people will leave their eggs sitting on their counter unwashed because you can do that. They last for about 2 weeks and then you need to get them in the fridge. But I wash all my eggs. Even if I wash them. I don't want any dirty eggs sitting on my counter. So I just wash them. Anyway, we're all set. So we're going to take, because I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. 4 to begin with. Okay? And I'll see what we're going to put together here. I'm all ready for work, friends. I got my, I didn't put any Cool Whip or chocolate on here, but I got my mocha, my ice mocha. I love this stuff. It is wonderful. Okay, the first thing on my list is dillweed. I'm going to put dillweed in these small packages. And people don't usually buy them in the big packs. I know my customers pretty good by now, you know. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to pour some in here. It's so easy to do this. And we're going to weigh this. And I need to allow for... Okay. And that is 2 ounces. So... we're going to do some more. Two. Nice. I might need to put a little more in that one. Yep. There we go. They're 2 ounces a piece. And yes, I make a mess. And that's all right. All right, so there's my lids. Okay, here's how it works. I've got my list here. This dill cost me $18 for 24 ounce. So that equates to 75 cents an ounce. I double that, it's $1.50 an ounce. So these would be $3 a piece because they're 2 ounces. So I just go like this. And I'll show you how I do that. And I just hand write it. See that? Just as simple as can be. Nothing pretty. Now, most of my labels I have are, you know, like my cookie labels. They have the ingredients, everything on them. Or my bulk pastas. But I don't have a label for bulk spices. So I just hand write on my blank labels what they are. Okay? So we're going to do another one. 2 ounces, $3. And it takes some time to get through this. But it does work quite well. I'll have all this done today. And then I'll have it all going out in the market stand. So those are set. I can put the lid back on my dill weed. Set this aside. And my dill weed is done. And I'll show you what I got here. Okay. Once I get them done, I just set them in this tub because this thing will be filled when I go out to the market stand. So I'm just going to leave that down there. Okay? We'll do another one. We'll do the chives. And the ones that I can't pour, I just scoop out. But chives, I should be able to pour these out. For God's sakes. Okay. I do chives in these too. Oh my gosh, those smell divine. I got chives that I do that are freeze dried. You know what? I'm going to scoop those ones out. Because one cup fills it pretty good. So we're going to weigh these. There's 2 ounces. No. That's 1 ounce each. These are 1 ounces. So my chives, I paid $15 for 9 ounces, which is $1.66 an ounce. So my cost doubled. It's $3.25 an ounce. So these would be $3.25. Perfect. Okay. I'll write these up and then I'll show you. Okay, I got the labels all made on these. I also have to, on my labels for my cottage law, I have to have the net weight on everything. And I already accommodated for the weight of the container. And there you'll see the chives. Beautiful. All right, friends. I'm just going to work on these. That's how I do it. For those of you who want to, sell some spices in your roadside stand as well, or you have a little market stand, I can't sell anything online. If I sell something to you, I have to either hand deliver it to you or you have to come and buy it from me. That's according to my cottage law. I can't sell online. I can't ship stuff over the border unless I'm delivering it myself. That's the way the cottage law works. So I follow that. Otherwise, I would have a whole lot of customers, I'm quite sure. But I have to follow it. And you want to. Everything is legit in my market stand. So what I'm going to do, friends, is I'm just going to slowly start putting this together. I know some of you don't care for the music, but this will go a little fast forward. You'll see me putting it together and enjoy the music. Well, there you have it, friends. I got my stock probably for a month. And I restock that. Some things I restock quite a bit. But on average, it's about every month I restock it. And I got lots of stuff. It's all priced. Like 2 ounces of my granulated garlic with the package and the label, I sell it for $2.50. My cumin is a little more expensive. Between the cumin, my cost, and the packaging, the label, I sell it for $3. And literally, I sell it all day long. It sells beautifully. And these are the top spices that I sell all the time. So those of you who are wanting to start a market stand or, starting to sell stuff, spices are a wonderful thing to sell because everybody uses them. And it's a wonderful addition to a little market stand or, a bakery business, so to speak, that, you just have some baked goods like I do. I just got baked goods and my produce, and I always sell a little extras, and I always sell bulk pastas, and I sell my bulk spices. I have yet to take those of you who are interested in starting up a little market stand. I have yet to do a tour, but I promise you we'll get to it. And I can show you everything I got in there and how I price my markup. My general markup is about 45%. So that covers, the little bit of overhead I have. I mean, in the wintertime, I have a little more overhead because I heat it in the winter with an Eden Pure. So I take that cost that I have to, to spend to heat that, and I divide that amongst 12 months so that I can get an average, and all that stuff. It all adds up, and it is how you price your stuff. I mean, even if you have employees, you have to price your product to cover all your overhead. So for me to tell you, oh, you can sell your granulated onion for $3 and, make a good profit, that's not necessarily true, because yours might cost more than mine did, And so it's hard for me to tell you how I'm going to price my things. It's easier for me to tell you a percentage of a markup on average. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Those of you who are really not interested in this, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And I want to thank you for hanging out with me in the kitchen, and I will see you in the next video, friends. And as always, thanks for watching.